Ready to rock out again. Avril Lavigne's highly anticipated 7th studio album is called Love. S-U-X, that stands for Sucks, is out now. People can relate. It's this year's biggest streaming debut on Spotify for an album by a female artist. Anthony, as in Mason, went to Southern California to speak to her. Anthony, looking forward to this conversation. Good morning to you.
Good morning. The pop-punk resurgence is here. Avril Lavigne is leading a new generation of talent like Olivia Rodrigo, Willow, and Machine Gun Kelly. After signing to the label of Blink-182 drummer Travis Barker last year, Lavigne finally made the record she says she's always wanted to. She calls Love Sucks a love letter to women and the pop-punk music she grew up on. Ready, Avril? Here we go.
Chill out, what she yelling for? Lay back, it's all been done before.
It's been 20 years now since Avril Lavigne made her blockbuster debut.
Tell me what is it gonna make things so complicated?
2 decades since Let Go sold more than 16 million copies around the world and made the then 17-year-old Canadian singer the new princess of pop punk.
Crazy.
Is it crazy? It feels crazy.
Insane. I mean, it's like the 20th anniversary this year, but it's also like, oh yeah, I've been doing this for so long now.
I know. I mean, it's actually more than half your life.
Yeah. Like I kind of sort of dropped out of high school to do this. I'm glad it worked out. Plus, I grew up in a Christian home and like really strict parents. So like when I left, I was like, party!
He was a skater boy, she said, see you later, boy.
We talked at Lavigne's new home overlooking the beach in Malibu. And you look out at this every day.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Not so bad.
How are you?
Where she celebrated that anniversary recently with a very special house guest, skateboarding legend Tony Hawk. So Tony's name is over here?
Yeah.
He signed.
Thanks, Avril, Tony Hawk, skater dad, right there. Yeah, he came over to my house and
signed your half pipe.
And signed my mini half pipe.
It doesn't get much better than that. And here, on her mini half pipe, Hawk helped Lavigne shoot a TikTok video.
He was a skater boy, she said, see you later, boy. He wasn't good enough for her.
And that was your first TikTok ever.
That was my first TikTok, and it like went off.
Kind of blew up.
Yeah, it did. In like 2 days, I got like 2 million followers, and it has like 30 million views, and everyone was like, oh, that didn't just do like good. That did really, like that like viral Lavigne was like what?
Viral Lavigne, I love that. Lavigne moved to Malibu during the pandemic. Did it feel like starting over in a way?
Yeah, in some ways.
I've gotta keep the calm before the storm.
Her last album had been written after a frightening 2-year battle with Lyme disease that left her bedridden for months.
Gotta keep my head above water, don't let me drown.
Obviously, my song had Above Water. Like, I wrote that about, like, thinking I was dying, and felt like I was, and I had accepted it.
You felt that bad?
Yeah, I was like, I think I'm going, like, right now. And, like, 5 minutes later, I had, like, that song come to me in my head.
Don't let me drown.
Are you past all of that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm in a really great place. It's been years now.
Mm-hmm. When you decide to put what you've been through in a song, does that come pretty easily for you?
Yeah.
It does?
Yeah. It's, you know, it's like, it just happens, and then you do all these interviews after, and you talk about it, and the talking about it is when you start thinking about it more.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know, like, it means this, and it came from this spot. And those are always the best ones that just, like, come really fast.
Her new album came that way. She collaborated with Travis Barker of Blink-182, John Feldman of Goldfinger, and singer and rapper Mod Sun.
And, like could not stop writing all last year. I just, like, wrote for a year straight.
This was an album you said you've always wanted to make.
Yeah.
What did you mean exactly?
So, like, basically, I just rock out from front to back. And it's just, like, electric guitars, distorted guitars, live drums, in-your-face songs.
Not another breakout when
The album is called Love Sucks, but for Lavigne at the moment, it actually doesn't.
Why does love suck? I'd come out of like a breakup that was like kind of like devastating for me, to be honest.
Yeah.
And so we really like tapped into that, and then like 2 days later I had a new boyfriend.
She and Mod Sun, who also worked together on his song, Flames, proved incendiary together. I don't know how much you want to talk about it, but I'm going to ask. What happened with Mod?
I don't know. He walked into the same room as me, and then it was like game over. I mean, first of all, I just like my head wasn't there at all. And then like a couple days into us hanging out, I was like, he put his arm around me. I was like, is this like in a friend way or like what? And we like went skateboarding down at the beach.
Yeah.
And then we were like sitting on our skateboards, like looking out at the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like, there was like energy there. There was like a tension.
If you dare to love, if you dare to love me.
Hanging out with him, just like I said, I felt like we were like he was somebody that like I would have went to high school with.
Yeah, it felt totally natural.
And it was just fun.
I mean, you get an album in that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah. Not bad. Thank you, God.
If you dare to love me.
It's great to see her in such a good
Anthony,
place,
she
right?
sounds giddy talking
I
about
know,
him.
she's in a really good place, which is really sweet to see. You know, a lot of people like on Instagram said, I can't believe it's been 20 years. You know, that album, Let Go, is still the biggest selling artist by a Canadian, biggest selling album by a Canadian artist this century.
Wow. Sound complicated. She just rocks out from front to back. I like it. Anthony, thank you. We'll be right back.